What's happening? Welcome. Thank you. I know, it's great to be loved. Welcome, everybody, to Making Pack Stereo TV, the show that gives you the behind the scenes, once again, of the goings on here at Pack Stereo TV. Well, we are on the continuous journey of developing. We've already created our own internet broadcast network with our 24-hour broadcast machine. And so we have the ongoing task of developing that and promoting it, branding it, and taking it to the world. So you're here as part of the behind the scenes. Now, this was a requested thing. This was a totally requested thing that occurred because people that we know wanted to see and hear more of the inner workings at Pack Stereo TV. And because it's really just Victor and I here in Los Angeles, California, and View Park, we are the two that do essentially everything to run this 24-hour broadcast machine and this network. And so the goal was to let you see behind the scenes what we do, what we talk about. And we do this roughly once a week. And so once again, that's why you're here. And this is the making of Pack Stereo TV. So Vic, first of all, the biggest thing is that it's the new year.
Yeah, a little bit faster and moved a little bit quicker than I expected, but I'm not mad. And it actually jumped on us in a way that I think we bundled up more goals and wrapped it around 2016 because we had some unexpected success last year with what we call impromptu programming, not a lot of overhead, just shoot it live off the hip, proved to be successful. Now it's massaged us into going into a direction where now we're going, can we scale more programming without getting a lot of overhead production? And that's what we're going at now.
Exactly. We were faced with the idea that we wanted to have a new season. And when it's just us, you actually can't start a new season because you need time off to plan the new season.
That's right.
And since the holidays just got through, and we, just like you, overwhelmed, whatever, on all the different levels, certainly weren't ready to launch a new season right now. So that was the first thing we realized, because we had to plan the new season. We looked at it, what we had. We decided to continue the Quiet Storm, which we've moved very successful, our triple banger night, which starts with the DJ Miko Quiet Storm pre-show. And then she joins Victor and I for the Quiet Storm. And it's Miko's at 7, we're at 8 to 10, and then the I Victor photo experience, which is the latest phenomenon. That's at 10 to 10:30. Well, that triple banger Tuesday has now been moved to Friday night, and we did our first Friday night broadcast this past week. So that's the one thing and very successful. That's the one we're going to continue.
Right.
The Friday night triple banger, and we're going to be rebroadcasting that, and we are rebroadcasting that. I don't know what we're doing. We will be rebroadcasting that Saturday, Sunday. I have to make sure I've got it set up, but it's supposed to rebroadcast on Saturday, Sunday. So now, we know that the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday program, we know already that Monday is going to be Morning Coffee. Vic, I decided to keep the brand name of Morning Coffee, and that I was going to go look for a place where it's morning at that time.
Okay.
And that hopefully we'll be able to say morning to them, because I want to keep the name brand going. So the Morning Coffee show will be on Monday nights.
Right.
That'll include the hot picks and the new sports.
Right.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we know we're going to have the new show. That is the evening night. Right now, it's the evening nightcap with Mario. We're working on Vic. That's as part of the whole new planning stuff. Vic has encouraged me in certain areas which were a little difficult for me, but the more I've been thinking it over, the more I actually see the wisdom. So, embracing more of the Mario brand within the broadcast, essentially, because I basically was too humble, whatever. But just embracing the Mario brand within the show, so that also means I have to step up in other ways when it comes to the selfie production, all those things. So, but at least, so now we're going to look at the evening nightcap with Mario. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever. It could be something different Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Right.
Till we have that, in the beginning, we might do the same, but it wouldn't be the same exact show. It'd be different on those nights.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
That's what we're dealing with. Evening nightcap. Now,
Yeah.
the other big thing is that we're moving our broadcast focus to prime time, specifically to allow us to increase our interaction with local folks in the neighborhood and the local community, and get them and get out there to them at times that are more convenient for them. So the whole primetime concept being it's after work, people have time to settle in. So we're competing against cable TV. And so the 7 to 11 period is where we're trying to focus on getting the most out of that. And you're going to see us doing at 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And you're going to see us doing more. So that's where we are now. So we needed the time off, right, Vic? We said to plan that. And that's where we are right now. Yeah. Because of the way it worked out, we decided just to continue for now, just the Quiet Storm on Fridays.
Right.
And we'll have some Pack Stereo live, which Victor's excited about. That's when we have the live performances here in the courtyard on the campus. Oops. So the Pack Stereo live stuff. But we're going to hold off on the other programming until we basically have time to plan it.
With a lot of updates. There's our own personal, we're doing so much in the productivity of what we call live streaming that we do have to play catch up with a lot of app engagements and integration with our own personal apps. We also have to place the importance on developing core relationships and collaborations. You can have a lot of production, but the outcome of that is that you have to have something that's like a stimulus package. I hate to make it sound like it's political, but if it doesn't stimulate the community, whatever the community is, and there's multiple communities, you're just doing a lot of work. So, they say it's always different when you come up with an idea and it says, oh man, this sounds good, I can do this show. But really the trick is to get people who are magnetized by it, and then they want to be a part of it. And that was the whole premise of our 2016 goal, is to go in the areas where people really find that they get a return of value. So, hey, man, it's still work, but we're trying to work smarter.
Well, there you go. So we need time to do that planning, so that part is ongoing for right now. One of the things that we talked about is we will continue the Quiet Storm, but also one other new show that we will probably start immediately is the Eating Out show. Eating Out. It's all about us when we go out to all around LA to eat at different places around LA. And because we have that coming up regularly, let's take a look at some of the places that we know that I've already scouted out. If you go to Pack Stereo under Watch, and it says 2016 broadcast schedule, come on over to the bottom where it says Eating Out. This is where we're getting some of our materials together. This is where we're gathering, thinking out loud. And they're eating out. I've tried to put pictures of the food. There's a hoe cake. Hoes got to eat too. It's a whole cake. That's at Barrel and Ashes. I'm going to be actually going there tonight. Bestia, downtown. Ford's Filling Station at LA Live. Okay. The Free Range Food Truck, which is actually one of the food trucks is actually in the same location regularly. The Siam Sunset, which is something called kanji. It's something like their version of pho. It's like a rice porridge,
right, with
the different ingredients, Vic.
Right.
Different group, nationality, but some similar concepts. Korean, it's one of their big thing. Parks Hot Pot, we're going to go to.
Right.
Also, the Egg Slut. A couple of egg places that were really talked about. The Egg Slut is one of them.
Okay.
So where you have these interesting egg breakfast combinations.
Okay.
So part of the eating out, I'm adding to the list and updating the list, and then you and I, of course, depending on the mood, the vibe of the day, will go to different places. So we'll be able to go pick the ones. At least that way we won't have to wonder.
Right.
There'll be a set list, and I'll keep going.
Right.
We move them up or jump through the list.
Right.
Then we can go. So at least when you and I go, right, I figure like these are the kind of shows where you and I could at least be the initial leadership on all the different pieces, right, and even trying it out without killing ourselves. Just do the basic make the list of the videos we want to do, go eat, talk about the stuff.
Okay. Now, is this just so I always say, there may be a approach here. Almost everybody does what they call the evaluation of foods based on conditions. LA is different because would you say we're known as a place that has a variety of foods, or that the variety of foods are so well made and developed and cooked, or is it more about the diversity about it? What attracted you more to do something like this?
It's really all of those things. Well, this one was sort of a natural because we already were talking about covering our natural excursions.
Right.
We regularly go out to eat.
Yeah, right.
Because of my own love of it, I usually am researching stuff and trying stuff. So we're going to very interesting places.
Right.
And places who are trending in conversation. So in a minute, when we sit back and actually review it beforehand, you'll realize you've sampled certain chefs.
Right.
And in a minute, you, me, and you, Miko, and I,
right,
we'll all be able to sit around and acknowledge at least 5 or 6 of LA's top young chefs.
There you go.
Where we sampled them.
Right.
And the fact that we'll be able to report on our own experience from a different perspective, right?
Right.
Because the other food shows, we're just not like them because we're not like them.
Right.
But again, part of the whole reality of showing our lives, it would just seem like a natural.
Okay.
Because it would work on all those levels.
Got it.
And there's also one of those ones where if we do certain things during the day, it makes it easy to broadcast, come back and get that packaged up.
Right.
For the nighttime broadcast.
Got it.
And we could just, even though right now it looks like we would still be there for the minimum of the 2 hours, we could then be showing this as part of that broadcast.
Got it.
So it may be less taxing or whatever.
True.
But we would still be active in the chat, Meerkat.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not be that different at all.
Got it.
So that was the idea of those shows, that show. I was only looking at things that we could do. The other thing I wanted to start doing immediately was during the Quiet Storm, have a fantasy song moment. Now, that one is, and I was also thinking about asking the guests to do that. Now, what is the fantasy song moment? Basically, where you lip sync a song.
Okay.
Okay. And that is so stupid, right?
Right.
And we could do it as groups or whatever. That you pick the song and you lip sync it.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about how you sound.
Yeah, you have to worry about sound. You lip syncing the song.
Right.
So that was the other thing. So those are the two immediate things, Vic. We know also that we're updating the phone system because for those we're reaching out and contacting people, but we're also in the middle of upgrading the phone system through Ring Central. But that's not an endorsement. But we're working it through because of the apps and everything that we'll be able to access the system. It looks to be some of the best apps.
Right.
So we're going to be working that through. Additionally, I wanted to show that we put the ads out. We put out ads for people to come be part of our broadcast. And that's through traditional means. In other words, we put out ads on the backstage.com. For those of you not familiar, take a look, backstage.com. And we put out an ads basically for the new upcoming Evening Nightcap series. Mm-hmm. Also for the live recording competition series where vocalists compete singing the same song. And then also for the iVictor photo sessions.
Right.
So now, altogether, we've already received some 28 responses. For example, take a look at some of the folks who responded about being part of the iVictor. And Victor, I'll take you through that tomorrow, show you the ads and all that stuff.
Got it.
I don't know and then also show you the people. And then we'll go work through this, right?
Right.
Well, we're going to decide, because I was suggesting all of this I think we ought to do together. All the new stuff.
Right.
Okay? To the extent as possible.
Right.
Okay? Even some phone time, depending on how you want to work that.
Well, yeah, because the calls are already coming in.
Yeah, so I wanted to figure out some stuff we would do. In other words, if we do some phone time and I do an hour of phones with you,
right,
and we do certain calls or whatever, it's just which ones we want to do in that way,
right,
and how often to schedule that time. I just thought it would be a good idea to have it as a time, because then it would push us to do certain kind of things quickly.
Right.
It was just something I thought of.
Got it.
Make me better. and work, more, do at least more things. Also, now the live recording, take a look also, bunch of folks for this. He's also one of the people. Now, I'm showing this to you, Vic, because I had a couple of things in mind. And you even got, now within these, I asked for, like, for example, coming up, I'll show you. Within the live streaming internet series, I asked for a pothead co-host, interactive dancers or models, and writers.
Okay.
So we've got some responses from people. So tomorrow we will respond to some people.
Okay.
Together. The question is just how much we do, and then what we decide as a show. I think we could do some initial things just first, and then decide after doing that.
Okay.
What's the show? Okay, like go respond to some of the people together. And the other thing I thought about also, which is for that I wanted to bring up to do as soon as possible, was to at least try to schedule 1 or 2 open houses. Now, the reason why I say 2, because 1 is specifically for the people in backstage and all that. Okay, and it could include some local people who are talent.
Right.
The other one is more local community, active people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
More that kind of thing. Specifically not the actors and stuff.
Right.
Because the actor one, we want to be focused on telling them about the shows, what we're thinking about doing around here,
Right.
blah, blah. The other one is, I'm not sure, whatever we...
Right.
That's why I said the actor one, then the other one.
Got
That's why I said the 2. And it could be a 3. But the point I was making was with you to go on and plan those, because those could also be Pax Stereo Lives. And we could put those on the schedule now, too.
Right. Okay.
At least the first 2, because we can make it whatever we want.
True.
And just by decide who we're going to invite, what's the criteria,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah.
Got it.
Okay? So that was the main part about the new stuff. Okay, we know we're going to be doing some working on getting together in the morning. I made a list of things to work on for that and stuff to add to. I can tell everyone we have some webcams that we're about to be adding to the broadcast, which I have one for the aquatic environment studio, and then also the one for. So we're going to be I'm going to work out all that.
Okay.
But soon so there's another one. So we're going to have a couple webcams.
Okay.
One, like I said, of the aquatic environments. Okay? Okay. I think that's just about it. So we want to thank you once again. This has been Making Pax Stereo TV, the behind the scenes look at what we do here at Pax Stereo TV. And Vic, any other special things you want to bring out before we...
No, check your email as it relates to some people wanting to come by, and between tomorrow and Tuesday, check that out to see how. It's not required. It's really for me, but these people, check your email to see. Okay, one may be interesting for the Tuesday drop-off.
And if not, if I get, we're going to review it in the morning. Too,
yeah.
Right? Okay. All right. Everybody, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.